What is up, lads and ladies, it's Edward here and welcome back to another video. Today we're going to have a look back at my predictions for the season, because the season's over, so why not? I think we may as well just start off right at the beginning, and obviously you've got to start in relegation zone. So the three teams I said to get relegated were Swansea, Palace and Watford, all mainly because they had a lack of transfer activity coming in and new managers who weren't experienced in the league enough. It worked with Swansea. Obviously they didn't have the greatest of windows investing, losing Sigurdsson. Palace, Watford surprised us all, Marco Silva especially, until we approached them. Palace, De Boer, I called it on De Boer. He didn't have enough experience, although it was unfair how they sacked him so soon. Brought Roy Hodgson in, who no one could see coming. 17th, 16th, 15th were all teams. Brighton in 17th, Huddersfield in 16th, Newcastle in 15th. Huddersfield I got completely right, so that's fine by me. Brighton did a little bit higher, 15th, but I'm not too bothered. I kept them safe. Newcastle had the experience, so I knew they were going to sort of get a bit higher than the other two. But they invested well, didn't lose any key players, and I think that's what kept them up, and it did. 14th, Burnley. That didn't work out well. I don't think anyone could have seen the rise Burnley had, especially Burnley fans, I think. Now they're all going on a European tour, as they keep chanting about. 13th and 12th, I've gone Stoke 13th and West Brom 12th, mainly because of the managers. The managers, normally do well in the league. They really didn't in Mark Hughes and Tony Pulis, did they? I just thought they've been around for that long, they'd just be the standard two in the middle, but no. One was 19th, one was 20th. That's great stuff, that. Next one was actually Leicester in 11th, mainly because they brought in Edora and Maguire and Iheanacho, and I thought that would work well for them, but I did think they'd lose Mahrez, so they got to 9th instead, which, not too far, so I'm okay. Then I said in 10th, I'd actually say Southampton. Yeah, wasn't a great season for them either. The new manager, I did say, could have actually brought something different in, but the lack of signings meant they couldn't push up further than they wanted to. Then they finished 17th, and the manager wasn't very good. 9th, I said Bournemouth. Bournemouth, mainly because of the players they bought in, Begovic and Akai. They got 12th in the end, which, like I said, it's not too far. 14th to 9th is a bit of an iffy one because we don't know what's really going to happen with that. But 8th, West Ham. Shout out to Liam. He and I both thought we were going to do very well this season. We didn't do very well this season. West Ham, I did predict for 8th. They got 13th. Mainly because of the fact that they brought in Hart, Zabaleta, Arnautovic and Hernandez. 3 of those players haven't really turned up. Arnautovic, yeah, he's been quality for them, and I did think he was going to be one of the reasons why they'd get up higher. But then he didn't turn up in some games, so. Then in 7th place, obviously I said us. And considering we only dropped down to 8th, on paper it doesn't look so bad, only dropping down one place. But the amount of money we invested, the amount of hype built around us to be able to now challenge these top 6 is a bit disappointing. And we were never going to predict the fact that we'd go through 3 managers in one term. But actually the next one, I actually predicted very well. I predicted it just right. 6th, I said Arsenal, and obviously they finished 6th. And the main reason why, they invested in some good players like Lacazette and Kolasinac, but Arsene Wenger's he lost quality. It's starting to dwindle away. Now 5th to 3rd was quite interesting. I did actually get all the right teams. I said Spurs would finish 5th. They in fact finished 3rd. Liverpool I said would finish 4th. They did finish 4th. And Chelsea finished 5th when I said they'd finish 3rd. Mainly because of these transfers that they made, especially Spurs. I didn't think they'd get as high as they did. I didn't think they'd get back into the Champions League. I didn't think they'd do well in the Champions League because they didn't add enough players. Then Liverpool I said would be 4th, mainly because of the fact of the defence, and they were slipping off a bit until they brought Van Dijk. And I did call it actually on Salah, Robertson and Solanke. Salah I did think would turn up for them, but no one I think could predict the fact that he would get player of the season. I definitely didn't. Chelsea I said to be 3rd because I definitely thought they could keep up with the intensity. I thought Bakayoko would come in and do a job, a bit more success, but then they had the Champions League to contend with, they had cup runs to contend with, they're still in the FA Cup, so you never know, could still be a success for them this season. But teams have been able to figure out the game plan, which I did call. United I said would be 2nd, and obviously the champions I said would be City, mainly because for United I said 2nd. Matic will help, Lukaku will help, a lot of money. And talking of a lot of money, I did say City being the champions because they'd invested a lot of money, but invested it well. They invested in defenders and goalkeepers, which is what they desperately needed to do, and they did. Managed to get themselves to the champions, like so far ahead though. No one predicted that, definitely. The fact that they'd be able to just get the first 100 points in Premier League history. So considering the fact it was my first prediction video on YouTube, I'm quite impressed I got 5 places right. I think this season was a bit of a weird one as well again. Like a lot of teams defied expectations. And that's the end of this video, I guess. What did you guys sort of predict for yourselves? Leave it down in the comments below. Are you impressed with the predictions? So I am a fair bit. But that is it. If you did enjoy this video, please leave a like, leave your comments down below. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel for more videos, and we will see you in the next one. Adios.